4C Hair Care live demo. Okay. But this is how it pretty much looks when I don't put any moisture in it, any moisturizer or nothing in it, where it's just left combed out. So I want to talk to y'all briefly about a lesson I recently learned, and it came as a little download. But when I get to that video topic, I'll let y'all know. Okay? But the beginning of this video topic is going to be about 4C hair care. Okay? So I'm going to do a live demo. Now, what I did was I just shampoo, conditioned, hydration shampoo just on this top of my hair. Okay? Since this part of my hair is always closer to the sun, it tends to dehydrate faster. So if I feel like it's dehydrating, then I'll just go ahead and just shampoo condition this part of my hair. Okay. Now before we get into the video demonstration, I just want to say no hate, no negativity. If you don't like 4C here, please don't talk. Okay? People tend to attack people with 4C here. We don't care. Okay? We know now. We know that we got gorgeous hair. So we don't want to hear no negativity in here. Okay, we don't want to hear it. Okay. So I'm just making sure I'm doing a little bit of dusting, y'all. I felt like I wanted to comb it out. Okay. So I try to comb. I detangle my hair with it a little damp because I find that when my hair is bone dry and I detangle it, it snaps even more, like because it's dry. So my hair's a little damp. All I'm doing is making sure there's not that much dead hair in there. So a lot did not come out, but we're gonna. Okay. So I just did a quick shampoo, hydration, conditioner. So I did leave some of the moisture, some of the product in the hair. I didn't want to strip it, and I didn't do a clarification. Okay. Whew. Hi, everybody. Okay, y'all. So I was telling y'all about this brush. We're gonna get to the second topic in a minute. Be patient. So I was telling y'all about this here. Okay. I was telling y'all about this. So I'm gonna do a live demo, live video. Okay. So my hair is still a little damp. Still a little damp. All right. If you come in to correct and be critical, please leave. We don't want to hear that no more. I don't know what it is, but in the black community, a lot of black folks look for videos to correct, be critical, and all that, and we don't want to hear it. Okay, so I got my bangs cut because they were so uneven. But when I had got them cut 2 months ago, they were up to here. They were up to here, so they grew. Okay, they was about here. It was about here, and my stylist will tell you. So in about 2 months, it did grow some inches. Okay, my hair grew inches, but I do hot oil treatments every week to speed up the hair growth. So I'm going to be using this product instead, and this gel for sealing. So it'll be this, and then this gel for sealing. Now, for parts of my hair that I feel struggle to seal in moisture, I might use a little bit of grease. So basically, I might use some grease on the front of my hair instead, because this part tends to dry out real quick. So I might want to go ahead. Now, I do have a little bit of leave-in conditioner in here. So I'm just going to spray just a little bit. Now, I'm making sure there's no tangles, y'all. Just making sure. Okay, so I'm going to use a little bit of grease on the front. Hot oil treatments do speed up hair growth. Okay, because the front of my hair is so gray. See that gray? It keeps the hair from sealing in moisture. So I'm basically putting some grease in here. Okay, some people will put a little bit of grease. Notice I'm just dabbing the grease. I'm just dabbing it. Okay, there we go. Now I can still put the cream in. Okay, the grease is just a little bit of a boost for the gray hair. So I can still put the cream in if I want. Okay, I can still put the cream in like this. But remember what I said, no smooth, no moisture. So it has to be smooth. Okay, it's going to be harder to smooth if there's gray in there. The gray is going to make you think it's not smooth because it's so coarse. Okay, I'm just making sure. Now the rest of the hair will go faster because it's not as much coarse gray in it. There we go. This only takes about an hour and a half, even though it looks like I'm going slow.
It is 12:30. I apologize for the delay in getting started.
Hold on, I forgot I had something on here. Okay. So I'm checking here. Now I told y'all that the gel is actually acting as a sealant. So the gel is the last thing to go on. The gel. Okay. I just did the LOC. I just did the LCO method. The oil was actually, the gel is standing in for the oil. So then we're going to go with this, okay? So we're going to go like this, but we're going to make sure that it feels like it's all the way detangled. Okay? So I might have to detangle it again. All right. There we go. Okay, now when it shrinks, it's going to be different. Now, this butter is not as heavy, okay? Not as thick. So I'm going to go in again. I feel like this butter is just not, I might need to get a thicker butter. Okay, yeah. This butter here, this pudding ain't thick enough. I had to use more. Okay, let's try it. Slow-mo, y'all. Slow-mo. Okay, here we go. Remember, we're not putting it in to get coolly, we're not finger cooling. This is to put moisture in. When my hair shrink, it's going to look very, very coolly when it shrinks. But it's not going to shrink yet until the heat starts, the steam in the air starts to make it feel dry. Make it dry up a little bit. Then it'll start to shrink. Okay, so I do feel like this, I would just put a little bit of grease in the front. The front of my hair dries out so fast because it's so mixed with gray. So I'm just putting it on the ends. Okay, here we go. Now I might want to go along the sides like that rather than just do the front. Now I can also do the brush this way. Okay, but I'm gonna do it this way this time. Okay. Some people don't know what to do around 12 o'clock. Okay, they like, the housework might be done already. I say, do you. You don't know what to do around 12? Do you? So, of course, if you want, you can always comb it through just to make sure, detangle it through just to make sure there's no tangles before you use this brush here. Now, and of course, I could have wetted a little bit more. I could make it dripping wet. We're going to see if it's wet enough. You'll know when it's wet enough because the brush will find it easier to go through. Okay. All right. Now, if I feel like this side's not as moisturized, moisturize and I'll do it again. Okay. Now, of course, I can separate it and style it a little bit. See how that dried out already? It's not like dripping wet, but I already combed through it. But I just want to make sure. Now, of course, I could do my parts smaller. I can actually go smaller. I mean, thinner, leaner to stack the rows more. But I ain't stressed about that. I just want the moisture in my hair. you know. Okay. Now, of course, the part of your hair where everyone's going to see more, you may want to add a little bit of grease only so you can get a little bit of a shine. So you want to put a little bit, not a lot. People be putting whole dime amounts in their in just a little section. Then they say my hair feel greasy. If you put just a little bit, that grease is going to be drank up, so your hair is not even going to feel greasy. Okay. So remember what we said, the gel acts as a sealant, but see how, because this has less gray than this, see how it went in, how it went smoother? It went smoother faster. So I'm just making sure there ain't no catches in the hair. Okay, there we go. All right. This is how I put the moisture in. This is how I get it through my hair. That comb ain't enough for me. It's not getting between the tightness of my hair. So to me, it's just a little bit of a waste of time to even try to get all the moisture through all the little tight coils with a comb. No. Now, of course, I can, if my hair is real detangled, I can use a regular comb, but I don't want to use a regular comb. I want to use that. So while I'm doing this, y'all, we'll get into the discussion. Now, I do have clips. I can't clip my hair, which I might do because it feels like it's already shrinking up and trying to get in the way. So we'll get into it. I might go ahead and get my clips out for a minute. Okay. Where's my clips? Where's my clips? I put all my clips in here and now they're not in here. Y'all, they must be upstairs. I might have to go up and get them. Okay. Smoothing. But I just want to make sure, y'all, I don't play about the tangles. I don't play. There we go. Now, of course, I could go like this. I could go like this as well. But I'm going to still go like this. I'm not stressing about it being perfect. I need my clip, y'all. I can't see. This lighting sucks. Okay. I'm gonna go back to Matrix. That butter is nowhere near as thick enough for my hair. My hair is like 10 times thicker than the butter. There we go. Ten times thicker than the butter. And people say, I don't know what to do at lunchtime. I'm not at a 9 to 5 job. How about do you? This feels dry, y'all. Do you. Find something about you to take care of. Your hair, your feet, something. There's always something about you to work on. So you're not bored. You just don't love yourself more. You're too lazy to love yourself more. That's what it is. Okay. So this felt like really, really dry. Here, see how it's some shedding going on? A little bit of shedding. Let me use the detangler comb. Now, sometimes after I use the detangler comb, I will go in with the regular comb just to get all the little dead hairs out that may still be stuck in here. But I'm not going to do that yet. Okay. See, I can feel the shedding right there. But because I already detangled, it's going to come out. It's going to come out with this brush. Okay. All right. I might go get my combs, y'all. But when I take a break from housework, I say, well, time to work on me. It might sound like it's breaking, but it's not, y'all. It's not. I already combed through it. Okay. Now it don't look like it's layered yet. Okay. Like I said, I can always take it and style it with the afro comb. Okay. But I'm not putting it in. I'm not loading it with a lot of the butter. Cause this is pudding I'm using. I'm not using the butter. If I was using the butter, it would be definitely a thicker look to the wave, to the texture. But okay, so y'all, I found out a lesson recently. Okay, I think I'm gonna go with grease. It's like a hot day. It's real sunny. I'm gonna be outside, so I'm gonna put a little bit of grease in here. I try to use the grease only on a really hot day. Okay, because I feel like if it's not really hot, then the grease just basically lays on the hair. See, it lays. It doesn't really penetrate. But because it's like super sunny out today, and I'm gonna be out in the sun, I'm going on a hike today. So it's definitely a grease head type of day. Flick looking like what the heck you messing with, Mom? He was sniffing the jars, y'all. So this is where my texture is really tight. So you see how it gets like, see how it's starting to layer like. Now, and of course, I could go back over this here if I wanted, and I could do it in skinnier rows so that it looks really stacked. You know, it looks like a bunch of stacked tight coils. I could do that. But I already did my hair days ago, a couple of days ago. So I'm pretty much not going to be picky. Okay, I do my hair every couple days, y'all. I might seem like a lot. My people might be like, that's a lot doing your hair, 4C hair every couple days. But it only takes me an hour and a half. Okay? Because I don't do elaborate hairstyles. I'm just literally just like the moisture is enough for me. Okay? I don't care if people see my true texture. I'm not trying to have some fake texture to my hair. Just trying to make sure the moisture gets in every little strand. Now, I always go slow when it gets in the middle of my hair. Because, you know, the middle of your hair tend to have kinks in it. And you don't even know until you go to use a tight brush. Now, what I found out about 4C here is that there's days it's going to look fluffier and days it's not. Because it reacts to the weather. Okay? So, if you have a day where your 4C hair is like super duper tight. Okay? It could be that there's actually more colder temperatures in the air. But when it's hotter and more humid, your hair will literally get fluffier. So just start accepting that 4C hair reacts to the weather almost most of the time more than any other hair group. This is why you all sometimes got to change up your products according to the weather. So if it's a little bit, if it feels like it's too hot, like it's hot today, y'all, the temperature then went up. Now see how that went a little bit dry, so I just sprayed it. Okay, so there's a lesson that I learned today that changed the game for me. Okay, Like what you glamorize is what you attract. Okay? Now I know y'all heard other people say that. But if you're glamorizing having things, then you attract things more than actual cash money. That's deep though, right? If you glamorize things like cars, houses, and all that, that's what you attract. So if y'all sitting up there saying you want to be cash rich, you're not glamorizing attracting cash. That's why everything keeps coming to you for sale, like buy this house, buy this car, buy this. Because that's what you were glamorizing. That's what you were strongly thinking about. Okay? What you strongly put on a pedestal, what you were strongly complimenting. Okay? So basically, if you can manifest anything, it means you can also manifest cold hard cash, which means glamorize getting cash. Okay, glamorize that. So as y'all see how this one was more wet than this one. So this is why this is like slicker looking, and this looks more fluffier. So when you put your hair products in your hair, it does matter how wet your hair is. Okay? Especially if you're 4C. So if you put your products in when your hair is dripping, drenched wet, of course it's going to look even more glossier, okay, when the products are first put in your hair. You know, water do got a way of shining you up, okay? Even your hair. So of course, y'all, before I did these steps, I could have easily put rose oil in. Now this has a little rose oil in it, okay? My spray. Now, as I was saying, okay, Americans, we tend to glamorize having stuff. We don't glamorize working. We don't say, I want to manifest myself as one of the best workers out here. We don't say, I want to manifest myself as a hardcore dedicated YouTuber. We don't say that. We say, I want a car, I want a house, I want this, I want that. And then we realize we say, well, how come it didn't come through my YouTube when I'm trying to get my YouTube to have a breakthrough? It's because you didn't say YouTube. You said you wanted a car and a house. So the creator sent it to you through any sources nearby. Okay? But let me tell you, things that you don't get from hard work, you do lose the intense desire to have it. We have to stop glamorize getting things for free and without hard work. See how I added more water to that? More water. Okay? See how it went glossier? Plus there's some rose oil. So I could easily redo this here, but it doesn't matter because eventually if I pick it out a little bit, it'll all have the same amount of textural tightness. Because I do want it a little bit with height today. I want some height to my mohawk. Okay. All right. I had it tight a couple days ago. Now, so I'm not glamorizing things anymore. I'm not dwelling on things. I want to dwell on talent and skill. Okay? I want to manifest skills. That's what I want to manifest. Because skills don't expire. You can be 90 years old and still have the same damn skills. Okay? You can still use your skills in some way. But cars and houses do expire. They do. Okay? Friendships do expire. People leave, people move, people die. But what don't expire is your skills. There's 90-year-old people still can play basic songs of the piano. There's 90-year-old people who can still paint. Okay? So, and if you have a skill, if you have a skill that you didn't had for years, all right, then of course that skill most likely going to become profitable. Okay. See how I picked up the detangler comb first? Did anybody see I did that? Okay. There we go. Now, of course, see how this was like kind of dry. Now I can always separate it just to make it fuller. Okay, I could do it like that. I could also redo this and have it dripping wet. Dripping wet. So I'm going to give y'all an example. If this was dripping wet, I'm showing y'all 4C people here. If this was like dripping wet, let's get it dripping wet. Okay, it's like really, really wet. And I loaded this up because this is the thinnest part of my hair, but the coarsest. I loaded this up. See how I loaded it up with that pudding? It's loaded, but it's also very wet. So I gotta get my clip, y'all. This is ridiculous. Okay, let's put that up. So now see how I'm just making sure I don't hear no snags because I didn't. See? Do y'all see how it went a little bit curlier? Because it's dripping wet. Okay. So the texture can really come out when it's dripping wet. Now, for those of you who were paying attention, y'all can see that the texture was fluffier and now it's like curlier. Okay. All right, so getting back on topic. I have left this whole trend of I manifested my dream house. I manifested my dream partner. Okay? Remember that everything comes with baggage. Every single thing comes with baggage. So one thing that don't come with baggage that's not tolerable. Okay? Your skills come with tolerable baggage. My skill in writing comes with tolerable baggage. I could tolerate eating just some chocolate and tea while I'm writing. I could actually tolerate not having no friends while I'm writing. I could tolerate living alone while I'm writing my bestseller. Okay? So some of y'all manifest y'all so-called dream house, and then y'all say, I don't want this no more. See that type of stuff? After about 20 years, you say you don't want it no more because you realize it expires. Okay? What you're supposed to do as a life purpose, it never expires. So manifest that. How about that one? I always say that, y'all. How about that one? Now I know some of y'all say, but her hair is braided on the side. The side of your hair, when I redo mine and I'm just doing the middle, I don't always re-shampoo my sides. I don't always do that, y'all. When it's in the hawk stage, like when it's in the style of like a mohawk. Now see how dry that is? I'm not gonna do it dry. That's really, really dry. It's so humid so hot that my hair is drying so fast. I didn't even like towel dry it fast. It's just humid. Okay. So you should want something nice, but be careful trying to manifest expensive things. Expensive things, it costs you energetically. Okay? So you want to manifest quality stuff, not necessarily expensive stuff. But most Americans think expensive is better. That's what they think. Okay? They say if it doesn't look like a Porsche, everybody know a Porsche is expensive. So I need to manifest a Porsche if I'm gonna be wealthy. But wealth is based upon quality of life. It's not based upon how much things cost or how popular something is. Okay? If you have a high quality of life, then you're probably going to have that energy of feeling like you're wealthy. Even though the person beside you may own a mansion, you will still feel like you own a mansion because your quality of life is pretty good. You're doing the things you enjoy, you're wearing what you want to wear, you're going where you want to go, and whatever you're driving is decent, has quality to it. So I just did this. I didn't do this in thin layers, but I can actually, because I'm talking here too, y'all. I can actually separate this, see? Just to show y'all how thick your rose is when you're using this brush actually matters, and how much butter you put in your hair. So I just put a little bit more butter in the hair. Some of y'all may not know I got my hair cut because I wanted a lot of it even. Because one thing I found out about 4C hair is that when it's very uneven, it looks like it's not healthy. It gives the illusion like it's not healthy, when really it's just uneven. Okay. Y'all can't see how it really looks because the quality of this phone right here, it doesn't have high definition. So y'all can't really see what I'm seeing, what I know that's going on with this hair. Okay. I already had some grease and stuff on my hands, so I needed to put something on here. Okay. Now, I didn't really use no gel here. I didn't really use none. I could use it. If I feel like we're doing it, I feel like we're doing it. But I really don't, y'all. So I'm going to start from the back now. I might go get my clip at this point. I know some of y'all want to see it all the way through. Watching people do their hair can be therapeutic for some people. All right. So getting into which if you're manifesting. Okay. Because some of y'all probably are right now. Be careful about manifesting things. Okay. Because if you have a little, even an ounce of vanity and attention seeking, and that's why you're doing it, it's going to attract you some negative energy. Okay? It's going to come with some negative baggage, y'all. So if you're trying to manifest a car, right? And you're manifesting that certain car all because you know the attention is getting, all because you know that you'll get more respect from your neighbors, all because you think it'll make you feel good, better about yourself, then you're actually still in a passive aggressive vibration. Y'all, this needs to be wetter. Okay. You're in a negative vibration when you're manifesting that car. And it's going to come with baggage. See, I like to go slow with mine. Okay, here we go. So you can always take this here, see? And style it. Okay. Okay. All right. Somebody say gnats. What you talking about, gnats? You got gnats in your house? I don't do gnats. Whew, child, I don't do gnats. But anyway, somebody talking about something different. So y'all better get out of that trend of trying to manifest your dream partner. First of all, when you manifest the life that you want, your partner will be drawn to you. You won't have to manifest no partner. Your partner is a part of the life that you're supposed to have. We're not talking about the life that you want. The life that the Creator has chosen for you. Everybody has a life that the Creator has chosen. I don't know why people say we got free will. You have free will not to get that life, not to accept that life. But you don't have free will to have another life that you're not supposed to have. Okay, you can say, I don't want that life. Yeah, you can go after something else. But the life that you're going to have is going to come with consequences, because that's not the one that the Creator then chose for you. It's not, y'all. So, and figuring out which one that the Creator has chosen for you. Now, and I know some of y'all came in here and y'all was expecting to see 3A here, right? I want to see 4C here turn into 3A. No, you can take the fakery to another YouTube channel. Okay? You can take that somewhere else, because I'm not interested in faking like I had 4A, 3A here. Okay, I'm interested in making sure there's moisture in my hair, so my hair don't fall the hell out. That's what I'm interested in. I'm waiting for 4C hair girls to just start chasing moisture. Chase moisture and hydration. Okay, stop chasing a certain texture. It's getting real toxic. That's why I left. That's why I left the natural hair community, because it seemed like everybody's chasing one type of hair group, and that's just ridiculous. If 3A here, 4A here was D here, okay, that you have to get somebody. Why the hell do I got fine men? I got men rushing to open doors for me. Why did I have fine young guys ask me out when my afro was like this? Okay, it's still big, and I didn't have no 3A here. So you don't need that, okay? Some people are blaming it on their 4C here, when basically the person just not attracted to you. The person may not be attracted to your features, and you just saying it's your hair. I think that some people don't want to admit that some men just ain't interested in you. Period. Okay, it ain't always your damn hair. It ain't, y'all. For real, a lot of men, they don't care about your hair texture. They don't care. They just want it to look like you taking care of it. That's it. That's the realest talk, y'all. Okay? Men want to see that you look like you tried to moisturize your hair, that you tried to take care of your hair. They ain't stressing over no texture. Okay? I know men. I talk to men. They in my family. Okay, I think women are living in paranoia about this texture. I really think. I really think. Okay. I know some of y'all ain't gonna agree with me, but do your 4C hair look moisturized? Like, just keep it real. Do it look hydrated, or did you just go ahead and wash your hair and comb it out? Are you getting your ends clipped? Are you trying to get some evenness to your 4C hair? If you're not, then of course your hair is going to look like it's bad to some people. Like you don't take care of it. Cause my 4C hair make people check their hair. I'm just saying. I've seen people look at my hair and then start checking their hair, because they can see like, woo, child, she take care of her 4C. So let me check my hair. But, and I know people may think I think she delusional. Don't nobody want 4C. Really? Really? Because I'm making sure I didn't miss the part. Look like I missed this part right here. Because, I get free stuff all while I got 4C here. Why am I getting free stuff, y'all? Why do I have men breaking their necks to bring food to the table to me? Okay? Why do I have men holding doors open for me? All right? Period. Why do I have people? I've had people literally walk up to me and say, "You have beautiful hair. You have good hair." Okay, if I could be told I have good hair, you could be told you have good hair if you're 4C. The problem with 4C girls is they don't seal. They just run to the 2-strand twist so that their fluffiness ain't seen. They think the fluffiness makes their hair. Hold on, y'all. I might gotta go get my clips. Okay, yeah, I might have to go get my clips because it's shrinking and I'm starting not to be able to tell which one. But they're trying to hide the fluffiness. For a lot of 4C girl here, if their hair wasn't fluffy, they wouldn't even be chain twisting and stuff. They wouldn't even be doing that. They just hate the fluffiness. When I don't understand, because I love the fluffiness. But that, I guess I'm from a different generation or something. I'm not a baby boomer. That's not why I love the fluffiness. Y'all. I love the fluffiness because it looks good. Period. No. I know that when I stand around a bunch of people, a lot of people straight heads, wave heads, long twist heads, and I stick out. I'm special because I got fluff to my hair. I feel special. I'm not looking like every woman standing in the same area. All the women with 2-strand twists standing around me. Yo. Yo. See how you gotta be like real. This right here, y'all. This part right here. See, this is the part of my hair. It has a looser texture. So it's like somebody said, did I get a relaxer in the middle of my hair? I said no. I said I did not get a relaxer in the middle of my hair. It's just it's just a looser texture, y'all. It is what it is though. Woo. Okay. Some of y'all say this is a lot of work. Why? Y'all know y'all dealing with a narcissist. Y'all want to say something is a lot of work? Say a narcissist is a lot of work. Why do you say taking care of you is a lot of work? Why? I think that is so low vibrational to say. Like, you is a lot of work? No. Y'all just don't know how I ruined my body talking that mess. And I've been trying to fix the situation ever since. Fix all the damage from me saying, it's a lot of work. I don't feel like it. I don't feel like it. Yeah. Every time you say you don't feel like doing you, there's a price you pay. You don't see it right away, but you're headed towards a future where you look a hot mess. Okay? Stop saying you're too much work. No. What's too much work is other people. Period. I ain't too much work. Shoot. And every time you say that, the less and less you take care of yourself. So some parts I do add grease, y'all, because it's so, I can feel the gray in here, and I know it's going to be resistant. Hi, everybody. But yeah, y'all, I'm done. I'm not trying to manifest things. I'm trying to manifest quality, something of quality, relationships of quality, friendships that have quality to them, high quality. I don't care about the name. Long as it has high quality, I'm for it. Okay? Like if it's a cheap car but it has a lot of quality, I'm for it. Now the reason why I'm not retwisting this side here is because when you get into that braid and stuff and twisting and you keep redoing that, you start to break your hair. It starts to thin out. See how I'm still making sure that I have detangled the hair. Okay. So I'm just stacking, y'all. I'm in the back now. See? I'm here. I find that the looser texture parts of my hair, they're the hardest parts at sealing moisture. Like the coarse looser parts. This is, see how this is? This is thicker. The back of my hair is so thick that I love it. I love this thickness in the back because it looks real good. But I'm going to do this video until I'm almost done with the hair. I'm almost done. I only got a real small section, y'all. I was floating. Okay. This is why I do my hair this way now. This is why I don't do 2-strand twists. Because I don't have time to sit for 6 hours out of my day. I'm not sitting all that time. I don't got that to do. So I did come through this, y'all. Okay. I'm not focusing on it being so slick today. I don't mind the fluffiness. It's going to get fluffy because it's too humid. The tight slickness is only going to last so long. Now I could have actually wet my hair with cold water before I did this. Cold water, and then when I would have put these products in, it would have actually went even tighter. Okay, the shrinkage would have went super tight, but I didn't, y'all. Okay. All right. So I'm just checking to make sure I didn't miss a section. So let me go ahead and section this off too. I went ahead and got my hair ties out, y'all, to section the hair. There we go. Whew. All right. I got peace in doing it now. So y'all could be doing this. You're not inspired? Get inspired to do your hair. I got inspired to scrub my teeth again. I'm about to be a scrubbing sister with this teeth, okay? Because I got a dentist appointment in about a week. So I bought me a new toothbrush, y'all. And I'm testing this toothbrush, y'all. Supposedly, it's supposed to pull plaque off your teeth as well. So I'm going to give it a go for about a week and then see what happens. See if I feel like my teeth is going whiter. Okay. Toothbrush was a little bit more expensive. We're going to see how it go, though. So this is what we did in the 90s, y'all. We were sitting around on the weekends in the afternoon with drinks and getting our hair done. This is what we did in the 90s. But people ain't doing this now. People are so worried about just hanging online. I'm going to just hang online. I'm going to just surf. I'm going to surf the internet cosmos. Surf your damn head. Like, for real. Like, surf your body and find out what it needs work with. Like, go ahead and look into that. This was too dry. I wasn't even trying to go through that dry like that. There was the back. This was bone dry almost back here. Now, as I said, I could have did this with it dripping wet. How thick the rose is going to determine It's going to determine how thick the coils actually look. So if you don't do thick, y'all, hold on. Yo, I can't do that. I don't even care, y'all. I might have to. Okay. Okay. I wanted y'all to kind of see the curve of the brush, but forget it, because I can't do it that way. There. All right. So now we on this section here. This little section left. Here. And then I got this here. So it's here and here left. Remember what I said, like when you're doing this, like how I'm doing it, how thick your rose is going to determine how thick your coils actually look. A lot of people forget that, okay? But for me, I'm not stressing about little having jump rope looking here, okay? I'm not stressing about that. Not today, y'all. Okay? Not today. I'm good. I just want to get the moisture in today and let it be good. Okay? I might actually put some grease right on here so that, or some tea tree. I might put some tea tree oil here and here just so the scalp doesn't get itchy. I'll put some tea tree and some peppermint oil. Okay. See how if I'm not sure if if it's detangled enough, I just go over it with the detangler comb. So when I hear a lot of catching, then I start to think like maybe it needs a trim. So it was a little catchy there. So what I'm gonna do later this week, I'm gonna actually twist this side and trim it because it was a little catchy. She did tell me she didn't want to cut too much off, but it still needed a little bit of a trim. Still needed a little bit of trim here. But she was trying to wait for this part to catch up to this part. My stylist was trying to wait for the front of my hair to catch up to the back of my hair and then do the trim. But I feel like it's almost caught up, like almost out of length I can accept. You know, I told y'all that when I went into premenopause the first week, I had a big hair fall. And that pissed me off. Okay. But it is what it is, y'all. So this is where my hair fall happened. So she had to cut it down. And so I'm waiting for the front to get like maybe about here, like the back here. And then she's going to then cut it all to that length. Okay. That's how I'm going to have it done. But I'm not hearing too much catching. I didn't hear even hardly any catching even when I combed it before I put the products in. So it's not, I don't hear a lot of emergency split ends. Okay. I don't really see that. Okay. That's not real wet. So that's why it looks like that. But okay. So I combed this, but it tangled back up. Now when I'm done, I'm actually going to use the comb. Okay, I do see how this do need a little trim. This need a little trim. Okay, it needs a little trim. Let me see. Let me see here. This is how you tell when your hair needs a little trim. Okay. This right there, see that? This is just a little bit. It's not a lot. It's just a wee bit. Okay. I be like paying attention to what the hair feel like, so I know whether I'm getting a lot of split ends or the hair feels damaged or whatever. Because with 4C hair, when your hair's damaged, it looks damaged. There's no hiding your damage in 4C hair unless you actually twist it up. Okay? So this is why it really is important to keep your 4C hair moisturized so it doesn't really split so easily. So let me just wet this whole thing here. Jeez. Woo! Child. I keep a spray bottle nearby. I be telling people, if you're not sure if your 4C hair needs a trim, how catchy is it? If it's real catchy, you need a trim. I don't care. I don't care if you try to blame it on your hair's just tight. No, it ain't that tight. It ain't that tight. Even when it's tight, the comb should still go all the way through. The comb shouldn't be so like, oh, I can barely get this comb through. No. Something's up. This is the most trickiest part, is trying to do this part. And y'all, I'm gonna have to do it this way. Cause I can't see. I can't do it that way. My arms, about my older arms is not built for that. Okay. There we go. It wasn't built for that, y'all. Some of y'all so paranoid. I don't want my hair to break out. It ain't breaking from this. It's not. If you detangle your hair's not breaking from this. There's people on YouTube using the same brush and got 4C hair. You have to make sure you just detangle. Get you a detangler comb like this. Okay. So I got a real small section left, which means I'm going to take a little break and get me some tea and then bust that little section out. I really should have used my combs, my section combs. I'm going to go get my section combs. I ain't even do it real perfect like I did it the other day, because I'm not really sweating it. I have deadlines. I want to finish some purging. So this part right here. Okay. I don't know why people say they bored. I say when people say they bored, I say you probably need to get a physical. Because what are you bored about? Like what? You don't think you need no care? You don't think you need no care? Okay. It's like, why are you bored? You know there's something about you need to work on today. Why don't you start a project? Why? Oh, I bet you any money if you knew that project was going to be a hit, you'd probably go hard in on it. A lot of people are chasing and in denial, chasing attention and money and in straight up denial, trying to act like they're not. Oh, I'm not chasing. I'm not chasing. Okay, then why ain't you doing something artistic? You are chasing because you think the art's not going to give you nothing. You don't even want to learn it because you think it's going to go nowhere. But if you knew it was going to go somewhere, if you knew 100% it was going to go somewhere, you damn sure would not be sitting up there saying, I ain't going to do, you would be doing it. You'd be rushing out to buy the art supplies. Like, this is, Y'all know I say stuff to trigger people. See, this is what you could be doing for lunchtime. Don't got no friends? Do this. Go check your teeth. Check your ears. Check your butt. Like, for real. Check it. Like, I feel like I want friends that are like monkeys. It'd be nice to have friends like monkeys. We just checking each other. We just like, let me help you out. You got any fleas? You got your hair need groomed like monkeys and cats are? You know how they be checking each other. Shoot, I don't mind. Like, okay, help a sister out. Okay, y'all. So I've been talking to y'all how long? About an hour. See what I'm saying? How quick that was? Because I wasn't chasing attention. Oh, y'all. Trying to get it through. Okay. All right. So we almost done though, y'all. We almost done. Y'all, I do this every couple days. I find that doing my hair grounds me. Doing my hair reminds me of how I'm supposed to be first to take care of me. Reminds me of how I can give myself self-love. How I don't need a salon to remind me of my beauty. I don't need it. I can do it right here. I'm never going outside with my hair not done again. Never. Never. I'm not going outside without my hair moisturized because people expect 4C people to look like shit. They expect us. Yo, I gotta do it this way. I couldn't get it through. That's because I'm doing it in a different that way I did it last time. Okay, there it is. People expect 4C hair people to look like they're here to look like stuff, like crap. They expect us to have dry looking hair. Now I was in Rite Aid one time and this man was like, "You see the type of hair I got out of nowhere," when he looked at my products. And I'm like, "Dude, you look like you have shiny hair because you have a lot of sebum running through that hair. Okay? You have a lot of sebum running through your hair. Your sweat. Your scalp is very sweaty." All right. And I told him, I want to put a little bit of grease. This feels a little dry. I told him that only products I had on the counter was products that actually moisturize and seal in moisture. So I told him, I said, "Dude, I have coily hair. There's coils in my hair, babe. There's coils there. I just need to seal in moisture. I don't have runny sebum like you. I don't." That's what be getting me about the 3A head people. They be thinking like, "Oh, I just naturally have curlier hair than you." No, you don't. You don't naturally have. You don't have shinier hair than me. What it is you have more sebum. That's it. That's it. It's running. It's running. Like, it's straight up running. And you can actually comb your hair daily. You can brush your hair, your scalp, if you're 4C, with your regular products like the 3A people put in their hair, and you can get that sebum to go through your hair. And your hair, and then people will see your coils too. Period. I know I stay exposing BS. And then what also gets me about the hair community is the 3A hair people. It's like they don't like it when 4C hair people step up their game. Like, If we plait our hair, if we braid it, they say it's cute, but they hate it. They hate a lot of 3A hair people hate it when 4C hair people show their afro skills. Like it's like, oh, they don't say nothing then. But as soon as we fake like we got hair like them, they say, oh, your hair is beautiful. Because it makes them feel special for us to put 2-strand twists in our hair and fake their texture. It makes them feel special. Just like how some white people love you when you walk around with their hair on your head. They love you then. You're promoting their hair texture. But as soon as you stop promoting some of these white racists, their hair texture, you don't care about having flat ironed hair or relaxer hair. Their energy change around you. It changes. All of a sudden, they don't have much to say to you because you're not making them feel special. You're not validating their feelings of feeling special with their hair. You're showing your own special hair abilities. I don't care. I know my hair trigger people because it's like, what? How come you ain't got a Chinese bob on? Like, how come you don't got 2-strand twists? Because I don't have to. You want me to validate the way you want me to validate what you think is popular about your head, and I'm not doing that. Go to your man for that. Y'all, this is the cold hard truth. 4C people don't understand. Some people don't like you because you're not validating their hair texture privileges. They want you to have the hair texture they have so they can feel special, and you're not falling in line. You're triggering them. They're getting triggered by the fact they get to see how beautiful your texture is. They get to see what their hair texture can do. They get to see it. And they triggered. They know that their hair texture is limp. That their hair texture don't have no height. Okay? So they get triggered by that. They see your hair texture and they say, yo, you look like you really from the motherland. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. And they get the trigger like, why do you look more motherland than me? Well, take that up with God, okay? You should have asked God to give you 4C here. Okay, I don't care. Period. I don't even care who get triggered by what I'm saying. I'm just telling the truth, y'all. I don't have to make anybody feel special. I don't have to validate other people's specialness with their hair and their hair color and all that crap. Their skin color and all that crap. No. I'm validating my own. For real. I know. I ain't trying to brag, but I know I'm one bad mother effing looking sister when I walk around with my hair like this. I literally have looked in the mirror and was like, woo, child. I looked in the mirror at my hair an hour later and was like, well, damn. Once it set in, once the moisture set in, and once it shaped itself, I'm like, wait a minute now, 4C. You showing off today. You showing off. 4C people, y'all hair look good. Just get the moisture going on and cracking. Like, I don't understand why people don't realize you're not supposed to go long without doing your hair. Some here, because if you don't go long without washing your butt, so why you going so long without doing your hair? Though, like, you know that 3 days without washing your butt, you'd be humming. Okay, you know you'd be humming. So why are you going so long without washing your hair? You know it got some stinking funk in there. You know them products is humming. You've been sweating and everything. Yeah. Okay, the tricky part with the 4C here doing it this way is making sure that you You don't miss any sections. Okay, there it is, y'all. There it is. So I could just pick. Yes, I get to style my 4C here as well. I do. Now the back of my hair is very tight. This is ridiculously tight back here. It's thicker. It has more hair coming out. Okay. All right. See how I'm trying to get some height there? A little bit. Okay. So that when I turn my head, do I see it? I'm feeling to see where it feels like it's flat. I'm not responding to comments that might be toxic, so don't even post them. I'm not even reading it. Okay, I'm just doing a little bit of lifting. All right, y'all, and that's a wrap. An hour and 36 minutes. An hour and 36 minutes. Okay. But I did wash it for about 5 minutes or whatever. I didn't do a real deep, I didn't do a clarification. I just did a shampoo, conditioner, hydration treatment so the hair gets a little softer and to rinse some of the old product out. Okay. And then I do want to do this, like lift this up there a little bit there. I feel like I wanted to do that, y'all. Okay. I like the way this one go up higher. Next time I braid, I'm going to make this braid go up a little higher. All right. And I'll put some earrings on. There you have it. I didn't really add much leave-in conditioner. There's only a little bit of leave-in conditioner in here. But whenever my hair gets a little itchy, I just go ahead and do a shampoo, conditioner, hydration, scrub, and then rinse it out. And then I just do, I put the moisturizer in again. Okay. All right. I use this old towel since it has, I have the right product on it. Hi, everybody. So I have not took the hair out of this brush since the last few times I used it. Okay. So look, it's not much in there. This brush has been like this because I like to keep track of to see how much hair coming out. But this is dead hair because I had already detangled. So what came out in this comb is dead hair. So this isn't much, okay? Because this is like the third time I used the brush. Third time without combing out the hair because I just wanted to make sure I could see how much hair. So this is about how much hair came out in about a week and a half. That's not a lot, y'all. That's a little bit. Hey, that's a little bit of hair. So this is total amount because it's been about a week and a half since I used this brush. Yeah. So that's about how much. Actually, most people have this much hair come out daily. Okay. So that's actually not a lot. I'm not really shedding much. Okay. That's not even, that might be 200 strands. So I only got like 2 days worth of shedding over there, which is pretty good. I mean, my hair's not shedding much right now. So it's in a more of a growing phase than a shedding phase. That's how you tell whether your hair is your hair is old and is shedding a lot, If the bundle seemed like a lot in 1 week, but if it don't seem like a lot, then most likely your hair is it's basically it's thriving, and it's not really purging itself. It's not purging much. So my hair is not purging much. That's good. Okay. So I'm going to sit this here and take a picture of that hair. And then in 2 weeks, I'm going to take a picture to see how much hair come out. Then 2 weeks, I'm going to take to see how much hair come out. And I'm going to compare to see if it's about the same amount of shedding, or it's the shedding is like coming to a screeching halt. So we're going to see, y'all. But so far, I'm not shedding a lot. I'm not. Bye, everybody. Thanks for listening and thanks for watching. Bye.